Live and on demand from the WNY News Now studios in downtown Jamestown. This is WNY News Now.
And thanks for joining us for WNY News Now on this Thursday. I'm Justin Gould.
And I'm Matt Hummel. Happening now at Cattaraugus County, man is arrested in a drug bust. But wait until you hear where that bust took place.
Yeah, plus the CDC has released new statistics on drug overdoses, what the numbers say. But first, Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter is standing by with a live look at our weather. Hey, Dakota.
Hey, Justin and Matt, and happy Thursday, everybody. I almost said Wednesday. I was a day behind myself. But as you can see, radar is nice and clear today. We won't have any rain falling today. The tropical moisture that is left with that was left with the remnants of Tropical Storm Barry is hightailed out to the east, and we don't have any of that. But some more rain will be coming our way tomorrow. NOAA Storm Prediction Center has the entire region under a less than average marginal risk. That's a level 1 out of 5, and this is for mainly tomorrow afternoon. With the high humidity, there is the chance for pop-up afternoon showers and storms. You know how these work. They pop up and fall apart at random times through the afternoon, but that is tomorrow. None of that today. But this heat watch does remain in effect for areas north of here. Now, the Weather Service in Buffalo is issuing a heat advisory for the remainder of the area. So basically, the entire southern tier, the Buffalo Metro, everywhere that's not colored in red will have a heat advisory. They haven't issued it yet, but it is coming. And so there is a heat advisory being issued for pretty much the rest of the region for high heat indices of around 95 to nearing 100 degrees Friday and Saturday. Today is going to be pretty much the first day of it. You can see here temperatures will start to warm up through the 70s and lower 80s, and the clouds will break apart, leading to mostly sunny skies through the afternoon. But the humidity and temperatures really spike over the next couple of days. We'll talk about where they're headed in just a couple of minutes. Back to you.
Alrighty, Dakota, thank you. Hey, you know, heat wave's coming when it's 67 in the studio.
Yes.
Thank you very much. Our top story. An East Otto man was arrested Wednesday after the Cattaraugus County Sheriff's Office says they seized crystal meth and other drugs from his 2012 Nissan Altima that was in the sheriff's parking lot. 37-year-old George Anderson was charged with 5th-degree criminal possession of a controlled substance and 2nd-degree criminally using drug paraphernalia. Anderson was taken to the town of Little Valley Court for arraignment in the case, where he was then remanded to Cattaraugus County Jail pending further proceedings. The Southern Tier Regional Drug Task Force and Cattaraugus County K-9 Nichols assisted at the scene.
The Chautauqua County Sheriff's Office says that they arrested a wanted man in Lilydale yesterday afternoon. 20-year-old Jeffrey Kozlowski of Cassadaga was reportedly wanted on charges of 3rd and 7th degree criminal possession of a controlled substance, criminally using drug paraphernalia, and 4th degree criminal possession of a weapon. Deputies say the warrant was conducted based on a previous raid that was conducted by the Southern Tier Regional Drug Task Force and the Sheriff's SWAT team. Kozlowski was turned over to the Chautauqua County Jail for centralized arraignment.
And the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention say drug overdose deaths in the United States declined 5.1% in 2018. Dr. Andrew Colnandi, the co-director of opioid policy research at Brandeis University in Massachusetts, says it's the first time in 25 years that overdose deaths will not have increased and have come down a little bit. He was not involved directly in the new study, though. The National Centers for Health Statistics estimates that 68,000 drug overdose deaths occurred in 2018. An estimated 47,000 involved opioids. The data will not be finalized until next year.
New York farm workers now have the right to unionize, get overtime pay, and take at least one day off per week under a labor law signed by Governor Andrew Cuomo yesterday. The Farm Laborers Fair Labor Practices Act eliminates an 80-year-old provision in New York state law that prohibits agricultural workers from unionizing. It also makes them eligible for unemployment insurance, disability, paid family leave, and worker compensation benefits, and requires overtime pay for more than 60 hours per week. The law also requires farmers to improve conditions in worker housing. Cuomo calls the law a milestone in the crusade for social justice, and it takes effect January 1st of 2019.
Yeah, happy Thursday to all of you. Thanks so much for tuning in. Hopefully you're beating the heat somewhere cool. On to that top story there with the farm workers, man. I know that there's a lot going around right now where people are saying this actually isn't a very good thing, specifically for local farms here in Chautauqua and Cattaraugus County, because they're concerned that this paid family leave won't be able to be paid, because a lot of times they don't have funding until the end when their crop is cashed in. So certainly very interesting to see and to try to see both sides, but it certainly is law now. And a lot of people were asking, when they would be able to take those breaks, because a lot of farm work certainly is long days and pretty hard, intensive stuff.
Absolutely. So, I mean, I didn't even realize that there was a lack of law there. I did see a few weeks ago, though, there was a lot of debate on social media, especially with certain officials who oppose this.
Correct.
But now here we are. Yeah, it'll be interesting to see how this affects farming going into the 2020 decade.
Yeah.
A mouthful there, but
right.
yeah.
I know, 2020, next year already. Can't really believe it, honestly.
I know.
So thank you to Smathers for joining us. Hopefully you're doing well, and reminding folks, absolutely, stay cool, and make sure you check on the elderly and disabled. We actually have a great report coming up about the heat safety, and an interesting topic in regards to fans and how they actually might do more harm than good. We'll talk about that in a little bit. Amber, hello to you. Raven, thanks for tuning in. Very good to see you here. David, Sue, Renee is here. Andrew is here. Let's see here. Jester Promoting Company has joined us as well. Marianne is here. Sandra, let's see, Steve, Pam, Beth, Joanna, thank you all so much for joining us. Erica, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you have a wonderful day as well. We have a lot more local news to tell you about. Coming up, Chautauqua County Executive George Borrello, he recently took a stand during a conference at the White House. Details on that in just a bit.
But first, a warning from BPU officials about some construction work that's going to take place overnight. Dakota.
I don't even know what that fan story is, but I can give you 3 guesses as to what they're going to say. 78 over 64 was where we were yesterday. The record for today is 96. We're going to be nowhere near that, but we're going to be close to the 90s Friday and Saturday. We'll talk about it in a few minutes as WNY News Now continues in a minute, so don't go away.
Live and on demand, you're watching WNY News Now.
Now open in downtown Jamestown, Pearl City Hops, restaurant and tavern.
I have some real old-timey dishes on there that I'm just giving new life to. Like there's a shepherd's pie on there that's going to have some bison in it, real thick hearty gravy. Then I'm also doing beer flights. We're pairing it with a set of sliders, a set of tacos, and a set of mini rolls. So everything's going to have its own pair, so you can get a taste of a little bit of everything and all the beers. We don't want to be known as the restaurant in the hotel. We want to be known as Pearl City Hops.
You're watching WNY News Now, your source for breaking news.
Want weather now? Download the WNY News Now mobile app and stay up to date on severe weather alerts. Plus, anytime hazardous weather strikes, stick with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network that keeps you safe. You're all in a tornado warning, so now is the time to go to a safe place, small room, lowest floor, near the center, away from windows. What are you waiting for? Download the WNY News Now mobile app today. It's free in the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
Happening now, more water valve work on Harrison Street between South Main and Foote Avenue Thursday evening is expected to cause some discolored water. Jamestown Board of Public Utilities Communications Coordinator Rebecca Robbins says that the work will begin around 8:30 tonight and it'll continue overnight. Robbins says that once work concludes, water in the downtown Jamestown area may be discolored for 12 to 24 hours. Residents are advised not to do laundry until the water appears clear.
And Chautauqua County Executive George Borrello took a stand against wind turbines Tuesday during a leadership conference at the White House. Borrello posting on social media that he met with senior Trump administration officials during the Northeast Leadership Conference to talk about federal programs and initiatives available to local governments. The panel also discussed community revitalization and ways to improve infrastructure in a modern world. Now, meeting with Larry Knoll, President Trump's chief economic advisor, Borrello and head of the United States National Economic Council, Borrello lobbied to end federal production tax credits. Now, according to Borrello, those credits are responsible for green energy projects and waste taxpayer dollars. The county executive says after speaking with the White House officials, he is hopeful that the policy will change in the next year. Now, in recent years, residents in Chautauqua County have voiced displeasure with the introduction of several multi-million-dollar wind turbine projects. Most recently, residents in Villanova protested the Ball Hill Wind project that was approved by the town board last year.
The New York State Fair is running a contest online to pick performers to sing the national anthem each morning of the fair's 13 days. Judges reviewed video submissions to choose the 20 semifinalists shown on the fair's Facebook page. People can visit the page to cast their vote for the 13 winners, and the contestants come from 9 New York counties as well as Pennsylvania, New Jersey, and Connecticut. Winners will receive free admission and parking passes on their performance date. Those performing August 22nd through the 25th will also be asked to sing the Canadian national anthem for the fair's Canadian Friendship Days. The fair runs from August 21st to September 2nd.
Well, according to some health experts, fans aren't really your friend in extreme temperatures, and as forecast predicts, this week will be pretty sweltering. So how can you stay cool? Zach Summers explains.
With the heat index expected to reach 105 to 110 degrees every day through Saturday, people without air conditioners might be tempted to grab as many fans as possible. But health experts warn that won't be enough to keep you cool.
Fans are good to a point, but we're going to have very high humidity.
Bill Snook says fans don't remove humidity. Instead, they move air over your skin, evaporating moisture more quickly than usual.
When it evaporates into an already saturated humid environment, there's not a lot of room for that sweat to go. So you're basically pulling more water out.
Over the past 5 summers, between 2 and 4 people have died each year because of heat-related issues. There were 21 deaths in 2000.
So when we look at those death scene investigations, we're seeing that you're more likely to die with a fan on than without.
The health department says fans aren't all bad, but they have to be combined with other ways of staying cool.
Cool showers, cool drinks, cool compresses, put them on your neck, under your armpits, on your groin. Those areas are where it's going to actually cool the blood flow a little bit.
Alrighty, Zach, thank you. And an experimental weather forecast projects that nearly 100 local records will be broken Thursday and Friday along a large swath of the East Coast. Matt, on Saturday, 101 records could fall in some areas according to National Weather Service projections.
Oh my gosh.
It's going to be hot.
Well, I'm not going to say it because I'm not going to jinx us. Let's knock on wood, because I think you know what I'm going to do.
I think I do know what you're talking about. So we want the lights to stay on and air conditioners.
Well, I don't care about the lights.
That's not what you're talking about?
I just care about the air conditioner.
Oh, okay. but yeah, no, it certainly is really hot out there. So Andrew says 3 fans surrounding you at once if you don't have AC. Yeah, certainly one way, but you got to stay hydrated too. I think that's one of the biggest things. I mean, I've showed this before. I always carry this big thing of water around with me wherever I go because if you keep that hydrated, keep your body hydrated, then you you make up the sweat that you lose. So it's so important, and AC is such a blessing too. 'Cause
Absolutely.
I know a couple weeks ago we didn't have any in this.
Well,
in the
I
studio,
know.
and it was-
That's why I'm a little nervous.
Yeah. So we'll just keep things going and moving along.
Absolutely.
So enjoy the weather, but I don't know. Can you really enjoy 100 degrees though? Let us know. I don't know if you really can though. Like, is it enjoyable? That should be tomorrow's story. Is 100 degrees enjoyable?
I think if it's dry. I think they say if it's dry heat, like you're in
But
Arizona, but
not here.
If it not here, because it's all muggy.
Yeah. Well, maybe Dakota will have an answer for us.
Dakota will have an answer.
He definitely will. Dakota, I know you can hear me. Coming up next, he's going to tell us whether 100 degrees is enjoyable or not.
And later on, Apple has released more emojis, what they look like, when WNY News Now returns.
EagleZip.com is your local one-stop shop for all of your home and business computer needs. Located on Fluvan Avenue Extension, just outside of Jamestown, EagleZip.com sells and services all brands of desktops and laptops, as well as servers and network equipment for your business. All new computer sales include transferring your data from your old computer plus a 2-year warranty. Call EagleZip.com today.
Stop by EagleZip.com today and let us make computers easy for you.
With coverage that matters, this is WNY News Now.
Extra, extra, read all about it. Not tomorrow, but right now on the WNY News Now mobile app. Follow local news as it happens.
Top story: a Forestville man's weather video has gone viral.
And stay informed with the Southern Tier's only 24/7 streaming network.
Our Matt Hummel is standing by live outside of Chautauqua County Court with more on this case. Matt, good afternoon to you.
Download the WNY News Now app right now. It's free on the Apple App Store and Google Play Store.
First Defense Weather, the Southern Tier's only live and local weather source. Now, here's Chief Forecaster Dakota Hunter.
It's summer. It's supposed to be hot, people. Let's take a quick look at the weekend forecast. And Friday and Saturday is going to be the 2 days of the most extreme heat. Extreme by our standards. 89 degrees. Now, we took the high temperature down actually 1 degree. We do think that 90 is possible, but there could be some cloud cover on Friday and Saturday, so that may limit some of this. So 89, but it will still feel like 94 to 98 degrees. And Sunday, still warm and still very muggy. It's not really going to be until Monday and Tuesday of next week when we really start to back the heat and the humidity down. So let's give you all the details on this here. So again, the strongest heat levels in terms of the air temperature and the humidity is going to be Friday afternoon until Saturday evening. That's going to be the time frame for pretty much the most extreme, quote-unquote, extreme heat by our standards. Air temperatures will range between 86 to 94 degrees both days, and heat indices will range between 94 to 102 degrees. Again, heat advisories are being issued for pretty much the southern tier. They haven't been issued yet, but they are coming soon. And again, this could be the piece of this thing. If we get more cloud cover on Friday, that could hinder some of the air temperatures on Friday. So we'll have to keep our eyes on that. But most of the data suggests we are going to be into the 90s. So today, if you're going out to the fair, temperatures into the lower to mid 80s in Dunkirk today. Lots of sunshine for the afternoon, so you won't have any rain or any of that to contend with, but the humidity is going to be up there. So again, make sure you have water with you. Again, all that stuff. You don't need me to tell you to do that stuff. Here's the News Now cam downtown. We still have pretty much partly sunny skies right now, but these clouds will break apart as we go through the afternoon. 76 at the airport, no wind to speak of, but we got a dew point of 68, and that creates a heat index of 77, and that dew point number is going to continue to rise. Look at this. As we go into Friday and Saturday, 77, 78 degree dew point. That's like taking a soaking wet sponge and throwing it against the wall. That's exactly the kind of heat and humidity we're going to be dealing with. But look at Sunday and Monday. Look at Monday, 58 degree dew point. Very much more pleasant. We really drop it off. And then again, you can see it here in this temperature trend here, 90 on Friday and Saturday. This is computer output. So it's suggesting 90 and 90 both Friday and Saturday. But look at Wednesday as we go into next week, 79, 74, and 75. much more refreshing as we go into next week. So today or the next couple of days wouldn't be a bad idea to go out on Lake Erie to stay cool. Water temperature 72 off Buffalo, 73 off Erie. Northeast winds 5 to 10 knots and wave heights averaging a foot or less. So swimming, boating, it's going to be great for that. Nothing showing up on radar today. What is left of Barry? It's right here, moving out into the Atlantic. This is part of the next system that's going to be moving our way. But again, a lot of the rain that's going to be coming our way over the next few days is going to be the pop-up nature with the humidity. And speaking about the humidity, these are the heat indices. Again, heat index takes into effect the actual air temperature plus the humidity. So this is tomorrow afternoon. This is what the feels like temperature tomorrow afternoon. Maybe 97 degrees around Jamestown, 99 in Dunkirk, also 99 in Erie, maybe also in Warren. Look at Buffalo at 100, 102 in Niagara Falls, 104 out in Rochester. This is where the most extreme heat is going to be. But again, this is heat advisory criteria. Pretty much per the Weather Service in Buffalo, heat advisory is 95 degrees for 2 hours. So we do think a heat advisory is coming. And then as we go into Saturday, again, the heat indices will continue to be into the 90s to lower 100s up around Buffalo to Rochester. So it's going to be a very warm stretch of weather, but it's summer. This is what it's supposed to feel like. All right, here comes the future. 90 on Friday, again, also on Saturday. We think both days, good shot of hitting it, but the heat indices will be close to 100 degrees both days. So very rough stretch of weather. Look at those overnight lows in the 70s. Very uncomfortable sleeping weather, but we back it down early next week into the 70s. Sports is next. Don't go away.
Invest in your business or cause by letting the marketing gurus at WNY News Now and WNY Media Company grow your business.
Purchase an ad much like the one you are watching now on WNY News Now's daily show, News Now at Noon, WNYNewsNow.com, or our brand new mobile app.
And then get feedback from our marketing experts and fans alike.
And finally, watch your business grow.
As an added bonus, community partners messages will run not only on our scheduled programming, but on weather alerts and breaking news as well.
Plus, messages are shared on WNY Sports Now programming. Anything from a live local basketball game to the Phone Zone Sports Desk.
Become part of our family today.
And contact us right now.
You're watching WNY News Now, where coverage comes first. WNY Sports Now is powered by Phone Zone of Jamestown. With the largest inventory around, we buy and sell our own merchandise at a price that can't be beat. Have a broken screen? We'll fix it. Learn more at phonezoneshop.com.
Happy Thursday, sports fans. We are nearing the end of the work week. Welcome back to WNY News Now. I'm Norm Rodriguez with a look at sports. Happening right now, the PGA Tour is having its British Open in play. As of 12:20 p.m., Irishman Shane Lowry is tied with American golfer Brooks Koepka with a score of 4 under, 1 stroke ahead of 8 competitors. Being played at Dunluce Course in County Antrim, Northern Ireland, the purse for this tournament is $10.75 million. The British Open will be in play today until Sunday and is being televised on both NBC and the Golf Channel. The Jamestown Parks, Recreation, and Conservation Modified Softball League playoffs will begin on Friday. All of the teams who played in the league this year will participate in their respective leagues. A 10-run rule will be enforced throughout the playoffs, with the exception of the final playoff games. A mercy rule will also be in effect should a team would like to stop the game. Tonight, with a 9:45 first pitch, the New York Mets will begin a 4-game road series against the San Francisco Giants. Winners of 4 in a row, New York remains in 4th in the NL East at 44-51. Meanwhile, the Giants are in 3rd in the NL West with a 47-49 record and are on a 5-game winning streak. Noah Syndergaard will be on the starting rubber for New York against San Francisco starter Madison Bumgarner. The game will be televised on Sportsnet New York. That's it for sports today. Justin and Matt, back to you.
Alrighty, Norm, thank you very much. Well, Apple celebrated World Emoji Day yesterday by giving us all a sneak peek at some of the emojis the company's working on.
Ooh.
The tech giant revealed it will be releasing a total of 59 new emojis this fall. They include a slew of new food, animal, and smiley face choices. Apple's also looking to add more diversity to its options. For instance, it plans to release a disability-themed emoji with prosthetic limbs and even a guide dog. Apple is also updating its holding hands emoji to include 75 possible combinations of skin tones and genders. Wow, that seems like it's going to be kind of a pretty big feat, certainly for them.
All right, Dakota, you are our chief Apple correspondent here. Give us your feedback.
I mean, you know, new emojis are nice, but I feel that's all Apple really cares about recently is adding new emojis into things.
I mean,
sure.
I like emojis.
I mean, yeah, but still, I mean, it's like, you know, okay, sure, the Mac sales are down, iPhone sales are down, iPad sales are down. No, it can't be because we raised the price on everything. No, no, no. So we don't know what the problem is, but hey, our phones are too expensive. Our Macs are way too expensive now. So let's throw some new emojis at you.
We know a solution. It's emojis.
There you go. That's
get an
Apple's
emoji,
solution.
and you get an emoji.
Now understand.
Yeah,
I'm an Apple fan as much as the next person. I have, an iPhone, an iPad. I have Macs at my house. But it's just, I feel Apple cares more about emojis than they do about their products. That's just, I don't know. That's just the vibe I get from Apple recently.
I agree.
Emojis are the number one thing, and then software comes second, and then the hardware comes third.
I agree with Joanna. A flamingo was a much needed addition to it. So I don't know. I like emojis.
When do we get a weather clicker emoji?
We should get one.
Yes.
We should get a Dakota Hunter emoji.
Oh, jeez.
Why don't you add your favorite, an emoji of Dakota's favorite meteorologist in Buffalo?
Yes.
Favorite chief meteorologist. We won't say his name.
Okay, all right.
He's a very close friend of ours, and
yes.
Dakota and him are best buddies.
Oh, yeah, right, right. Anyway, let's take a look at the heat index for Friday and Saturday. So again, the strongest level of heat is going to be Friday afternoon going into pretty much Saturday evening. Air temperatures 86 to 94. Heat indices 94 to 102. So again, it's just going to be a really rough stretch of weather. But look at as we go into next week, we back it down into the 70s, much more cooler. And I want to speak on the Buffalo situation for a second. We're actually all friends.
Yeah.
I mean, you go to some markets, a lot of the TV meteorologists won't get in the same room with each other, or they won't get in the same room with the weather service. We're not like that with the Buffalo market.
Even that one?
Yes.
Yeah.
We're all... we all work together as a collective unit. Oh. So, yes, we're competitive. We have our disagreements, but, we all get along just fine.
And I think that's an amazing thing about it is that you're all in that weather service chat, and you share so much information that, it's really vital. Especially, like, we play a big part. Dakota does. Man, I don't do anything. Yeah. Dakota does when it comes to local weather. We had a guy in studio this morning that we were touring around, and I was explaining that to him. I'm like, your department doesn't get enough credit, so good job.
Thank you.
We try our best.
If you can make the heat go away, though, that'd be nice.
Well, I don't know.
I'd take a 65 every day.
Our big, gigantic air conditioner that blocks all this stuff broke. So.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it for us today. Of course, news continues 24/7 at WNYNewsNow.com. Matt, Justin, and Dakota are back Friday, God willing. We'll see you then. Have a great day.